Folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. I am your host, Conrad Cushman. With me today is my man, Derek.
What's up? What's up?
You guys are checking out Everything Pro Wrestling. And we are going to review AEW Dynamite from May 13th, 2020. Card, as usual, top to bottom. And this was an interesting episode tonight, I will say.
Definitely was. Something different.
And you know what? Nothing wrong with having something different in the cards going through. Just trying to make it work. What is going on to everybody in the live chat? Appreciate y'all checking us out. And it is a good thing that I have this up on my phone because YouTube is acting wonky again. But I appreciate everybody listening. Enough of the jibba jabba. Let us get into the intro. Is it gonna play?
Everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes, everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you.
All right, yeah, everything is lagging on YouTube right now. YouTube, I'm gonna need you to get it together for us. Help us out when we're live.
Please.
It's not that hard, bro. Things are acting a fool though right now. Going on with this with OBS. What is going on? I see Sick in the chat. My man Rob also in the chat. Jesus De Leon. Casey is back.
Here we go.
Casey, not even a hello, just about damn time, Conrad. Wow. And if you guys wonder why we were late, as a leader, I always use deflection as one of my leadership styles, and it's Derek's fault why we were late, because he had to send some important message, and I'm sitting here waiting a minute or two, so blame Derek. Chris DeZuba, your boy Derek, yeah, you can blame that. Chris, you can say hi to me too, you know. But good to have you guys up in here. This is going to be fun, man. We're going to just talk about AEW. We're on the road to Double or Nothing, as you guys can see from the title of this. And things are going to get quite interesting, I think, as we move towards Double or Nothing.
On the road again.
I just wonder if... I don't know, man. I feel so weird about this card, too. Like, at first I wasn't excited for it, but there's a particular match that I'm, like, really, really excited for at this point.
Yeah, I like the build-up. Because they're just like slowly putting out the card. And I mean, I guess, I want to know what the whole card is, but I like the build-up to it, so I can't really complain. What more can I say?
Right. Doug is also in the house. What's up, Doug? It's been a minute since I've had you in one of these.
Right.
Join the Derek order. Man, you guys keep talking like this. If you say you'll buy a shirt, I'll make a Derek order shirt. I won't buy one, but you guys can. Because I don't join cults. All right?
It's not really a cult. It's more like a family, bro.
Folks, let's start with the opening segment of tonight's show. We start things off with Lance Archer coming out and doing what he does best, kicking ass.
Always messing with someone backstage.
Dude, he just comes out. His theme is perfect. Like the high energy you get from the theme, and then somebody just comes out and an ass whooping is going to happen. They always just have somebody get destroyed by Lance Archer, and that's exactly what is needed when it comes to it. Chris just said he'd buy it.
See?
That's one.
See? I
need multiple sales, Derek.
All right.
And Jordan's doesn't count.
Well,
I'm just throwing it out there before he gets in here. This was really cool though. So Lance Archer comes out ready to destroy. We were gonna hear from him and his do we call him a manager, associate?
I call him more so like a father figure.
Jake the Snake fathered Lance Archer.
That's how I look at it, man.
Was it at Heroes of Wrestling when he had the snake like that walking around?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jake the Snake is a mentor, I guess we'll say, to Lance Archer, and they come out ready to destroy, and Jake the Snake cut a pretty good promo even on Brandy. Like, if she wants me to apologize, she's gonna have to kiss my ass first. And Jake goes on this long rant. You know how Jake gets. Jake was money right here.
Yes.
No complaints from me.
Yes.
For what happened. And afterwards, we start hearing a car revving up. Thank you for the sound effects. We needed that.
See? I tried, man. I tried.
The soundboard, Derek. So, it's Cody outside in his F-150. All right. His fists are taped up, but he's still dressed in the business attire.
I gotta say, the F-150 looked like it was raised up a little bit.
It was that. Well, those wheels looked monstrous on it.
Yeah, I think he added maybe like 3 to 5 inches on that. I wouldn't be surprised, but I liked it.
Yeah, so Cody revs up the car. I don't know why he drove through that little bit of stuff that he did. What are you doing, Cody?
Right.
Cody drives through all of that stuff, though, and he pulls up into Daly's place, and he is ready to fight. His fists are taped up, and he's pissed because his wife got the snake put on her last week.
Snake Griffin.
Inappropriate. If you saw what he did. What is going on, Connor? I see you in here. Obi-Wan, what's
up,
good?
Connor? What up?
And Truly the Ace has joined us as well. What is up,
What's up,
fellas? Dude, so Cody's out here to get his revenge. He is beating the hell out of Lance Archer with the fist in the beginning. But they made Lance Archer look strong too, though. Like, he wasn't taking any of Cody's shit throughout any of this.
Not at all.
He almost chokeslammed him once. Cody ended up jumping up on the ropes. They get in the ring. They tussle a little bit, and Cody goes for one of his the Cody cutter, and it ends up getting reversed. Shockingly,
Caught him, pushed him into the corner, and that's when Jake pulled Lance Archer to the side, like, let's go, don't worry about him, we're out.
Not now.
Hail Caesar.
Yeah, it was really good though. Jake pulled him back. You know, he's the mind of the team.
Yeah.
See it like Crane from Ninja Turtles. He's the brains behind the team. So he's like, okay, step back right now. This is not what you want to do.
Right.
This is going to be a really good match for the TNT title. I can't wait. On Tuesday's podcast, that's what it's going to be. It will be the preview for Double or Nothing. I know I'm doing it the day before Dynamite. We're going to still review Dynamite, but I really want to get some thoughts on to how that's all going to play out. This is going to be something dope, I think, in my opinion.
I think this will be their best pay-per-view to date. Until we get to what's the one that we should have gone to but we missed out on?
What, the Rochester Dynamite?
Yeah.
Don't bring that up.
Yeah.
It hurts my soul. And then it was the beginning of all this shit that we're in now, this pandemic.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Rob in the chat says this is one of the worst vehicle spots. No carnage whatsoever. He ain't got nobody to run over the car with. There's not that many people in the building.
Sammy already got that, so.
Yeah, they probably told him to chill out after Sammy and the goat cart incident. Damn. Yeah, the truck spot was dumb. I agree though with Doug and them. I don't think it was necessary.
I think it would have been better if he actually got it all the way to the ring instead of stopping where he stopped.
Yeah, they just didn't need to do it. Cody didn't need to be in the car. He could have just ran through the crowd with tape fist and ready to go.
No, I'm just saying, like, if it was if he was going to do that, he should have went all the way through. I think he had enough space to do it. Or, like you said, don't do it. Just run out there and give him the hands.
Yeah, they could have did something like that. What's going on, Rockstar? I see you in here as well. It was a good segment. I think sometimes they overproduce certain things. That this is one of those, like, you did a little too much. You didn't need to do all that.
Yeah.
But it got the point across. Cody's pissed. He's trying to fight for his family, and Lance Archer is a monster who could potentially kill him.
Yes.
Next, we get a highlight video package for AEW's tag division. I was a fan of this.
Yes.
I think AEW has the best tag team division out there. I don't know how you guys feel in the live chat. Let me know.
I think it's the best. Because, I mean, NXT has...
NXT's in shambles a little bit right now. They don't have a lot of tag teams at the moment.
Right. And then when you think of WWE, Miz and Morrison, that's going to last.
Let's not. WWE's not even in top tag teams. I'm trying to think of who else's division may have something in there. I mean, Ring of Honor's decent. New Japan was working on theirs. I think it's clearly AEW has the best tag division.
Right.
I know we all don't like when they don't push like the Butcher and the Blade, or Private Party hasn't been getting as much TV screen time as we would all like. But I will say that the teams that they do feature, they're some of the best, man.
Yeah. I can't dispute that.
I think their best match was that tag match this year so far too, from what was it, Revolution?
Yeah.
Kenny Omega, Hangman Page versus the Young Bucks. Really good stuff here, highlighting everything. Let me see here. What do we got going on in here? Ace, we'll get to that. Rob says that it made me miss the Lucha Bros. Absolutely. They are a phenomenal tag team. They were in a lot of highlights, actually, going through the tables, flip off the ladders. These boys are absolutely nuts, man. Let's see here. Six says he agrees AEW has the best tag teams right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's until everybody, steps up, like you said, NXT is in kind of disarray spot right now, but WWE definitely needs to step their tag team division up. Like, start making tag teams that make sense.
Yeah, you could definitely do well. You know what? It's not even time to talk about WWE. I'll save that for another rant for another time. Truly, the Ace said Impact Wrestling. I will say the North is an amazing tag team. I am a big fan of Josh Alexander and Ethan Page. I think they're really good. If you guys have never seen them, check out their work. I think they're the longest Impact Wrestling tag champs now. They're really good, though. I like their finisher, too. Jesus De Leon says, I'm sorry, but AEW's got the best tag team division, and it's not even close. Oh, Connor Devlin in the house. What's going on, Connor?
What's up, Connor?
All right, D, let's get into this. So this leads us into a tag team match. We've got the Jurassic Express with Marco Stunt in the corner versus the Best Friends with Orange Cassidy in the corner. Best Friends. Boom, 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 boom. Social distancing.
Oh, yeah.
So we have a good action to start off here with. I really thought that Jungle Boy and Trent leading into that first commercial break were kind of the stars of it. They looked really good.
They definitely put on some good ring work, man. Like, this goes back to them, putting back wrestling into wrestling. If some people don't understand what I mean, like when you have two competitors that don't put on a match, they put on a wrestling display.
Yeah, I think you're referring to like a Macho Man, Ricky Steamboat, like those deep arm drags. Like, they made it look really good what they were doing in there for the short time they were in there. I thought it was good action to start, and I do not want to crap on Luchasaurus and Chucky T too much. I still think Chuck Taylor did an amazing job when he did get in the ring, and Luchasaurus will come up later on in the commercial break. He just didn't get too much time in that before that first commercial.
Right.
Eventually, Luchasaurus does make his way in. They do some phenomenal double team moves with the Jurassic Express, excuse me. They just come out and they do just great things with the big man, small man combo. I got lost in my words there for a second. I like the fact that Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus are just polar opposites of each other. It makes for such a good tag team dynamic with them. And I enjoy that. And I like the Best Friends because they're very similar as a tag team, that they can get along. We saw some good stuff. I even laughed at the part with Marco Stunt. If anybody was watching the background, Orange Cassidy's sitting near the ramp with his leg up, and Marco Stunt just comes over by him. He's just like, hey, bud, what are you doing, pal? Foolishness on both sides. Two babyface teams that were beloved in all of this. Yes. The Jurassic Express has not lost a tag team match either since beginning of 2020. That's great.
Did not know that until they announced it. Did not know that.
Yeah. What is going on, Sonny Bimbo, Elijah Washington? We got a lot of people in the house writing stuff. Good to have you guys in here, man. Thank you for joining us. But let's get to the finish of this match.
Wait, we can't forget the.
What? We're getting to the end.
No. The camera zoom.
Oh, Derek loves when they do.
Love that camera zoom.
We need to educate Derek on New Japan Pro Wrestling. Shout out to them today too. But that is the Rainmaker's camera view when he does the spot like this, and they just brought it into AEW for the Best Friends hug. But Derek pops every time they do that, so it works.
Love it. Especially when they go to hug Orange Cassidy, and then all three of them in the ring. Then
but Orange Cassidy's glasses usually end up like... Sorry, if you guys can't see me visually, I just made my glasses super crooked. He always looks like this when they hug him. I'm like, dude, leave that man alone. Why are you busting up his glasses? Uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But the finish comes from, I don't know where Phoenix came from. Like, I wasn't paying attention enough. Ray Phoenix. Shout out to Excalibur. He came out and what did you say?
He came out with the Liu Kang jump kick.
Yo, he took off Orange Cassidy's head. Bro, I put he decapitated Orange Cassidy. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube, but I don't care.
Dude, if he would have came out and did the bicycle kick, that would have been like A+ material. I mean, it was still A+ because he just came out of nowhere, just like, no!
Yeah, dude,
no disrespect.
He definitely just clobbered him. After that, though, this leads into a bunch of different things happening at once. MJF tangles it up with Jungle Boy.
Yep.
Wardlow attacks Marco Stunt, too, which was just bullying.
Yeah.
He just bullied the shit out of Marco. And MJF throws Jungle Boy back into the ring a little bit early after he was down already. And this leads to Chucky T hitting the awful waffle on him. And he gets the 1, 2, 3. Best Friends pick up the victory. Now, I do want to address Sick in the chat. Sick said that he feels like they haven't lost too much in 2020 because they haven't had many matches in 2020. That is true, but I think they were going to keep the Jurassic Express strong no matter what at this point. So, I just think this kind of slowed down everything and it made it look a little less impressive. But that's just a guess on my part that they were going to keep them strong. Let's see here. Chris Zuba said AEW is doing a rip-off Money in the Bank. We'll get to that, Chris. We'll get to that. I'm gonna come back to that. Six said you'll love Okada's Rainmaker pose then, Derek.
All right. I'll look it up.
Rainmaker pose, wide camera shot, Sonny. Sonny wanted to let you know.
Thank you.
You guys are jumping all over the place, so I'm coming back to that. I'm ignoring ones that are far ahead. So, let's get back into this though, Derek. All those attacks lead to something. The Best Friends get the win. I am shocked that the Best Friends are not getting a tag team title shot or something coming up here soon. They've got to be number one contenders at this point, or they have to be getting ready to face Evil Uno and Stu Grayson.
I think that's what it's gearing up to. I think that's what it's gearing up to.
Rob said you can call Wardlow a bully. I call him an equal opportunist.
See?
Nah, bro, that's bullying, dude. Marco didn't deserve that. Actually, him and Luchasaurus had a face-off after this was all done, too, where he looked at him, and I like the fact that he protected Marco, and he didn't get in his face so that, because two big dudes get into a fight at a bar, there's going to be hands thrown. Right. They couldn't throw hands at that moment because Wardlow's like, what are you going to do about it? And he's like, checking on his friend, but he's like, oh, wait till one of these days we're going to lock up. So they're teasing that matchup, and I can't wait for when they actually let it happen. That might be an all-out match. I could see that being on one of the cards in the future. Oh, Chris, we're gonna have to talk about this. But before we get into the ladies' match, folks, you know what time it is in the show. It's time for a little Manscaped. This podcast today is sponsored by Manscaped. Go to manscaped.com and use our promo code EPWShow to get 20% off and free shipping. Manscaped, the Lawnmower 3.0. This bad boy is your friend. This thing could save your life with the ladies, fellas. So you're going to want to make sure you go use our special code. Who doesn't like to save money? And you guys can use this and get yourselves the Lawnmower 3.0 designed for growing grooming. No nicks, no cuts, balls won't be hurting when you're doing it. Well worth it in my opinion. And if you guys get the big pack, you guys will also get the crop preserver, little ball deodorant. Armpit stink, gotta throw it on the balls. And you guys get yourselves the Reviver, a little ball toner, little spritz, saves the day. We also have ourselves some great Manscaped gear. Got ourselves a t-shirt that I got in my box. I also got some free boxers, some drawers, and get yourself the nice leather bag. And they even give you a little newspaper with it. And the newspaper is not for you to read. I guess you could if you wanted to, but it's for your clippings to dump out, make easier. Ladies, you can use this too. Father's Day is coming up. Make a great gift. Little awkward potentially, but still a great gift when you get it. I think it's well worth it. So go to manscaped.com and use our promo code EPWShow. Get the 20% off. And also don't forget to check out our good friends at powerslam.tv where you can watch indie wrestling with the same promo code EPWShow. 1 month on the house from your boy. That was pretty good, huh? A little shilling. All right. So, no Blue Chew, Conrad. Elijah, they're not ready for Blue Chew. If I had Blue Chew ads, trust me, the jokes would be really coming in. Really coming in. Let us get into this women's match. You got it already? See? The filth is right there. It's sick. Leave my balls boiled egg smooth. Oh, man. Hopefully it ain't smelling like boiled eggs.
Right.
Woo! So, we got ourselves a women's four-way. They talked about this having title implications on this. Penelope Ford, Chris Statlander, Dr. Britt Baker, and Sheena. We're all in this match. D, what do you think of this match here? We had 4 women. We've been going back and forth over who would be the one to face Nyla Rose, and this match tells the story of who is going to. I guess we'll start with the comedy spot that happens first in the match. Britt Baker ends up getting caught by Chris Statlander, and she tries to do the little bop or boop on the nose, and then Sheena comes over. They do a nasty-looking backbreaker to her. Nice double-team backbreaker.
That was a great backbreaker.
Yeah. They had a lot of spots in this match. Now, the Tower of Doom. Can I just say this as a generic wrestling thing? Bro, I hate the Tower of Doom spots in wrestling. They're so overdone and overplayed. It's just whack.
Yeah. I think it's just time to try something a little bit different. Like, spice it up just a little bit. Although I can honestly say that it looked nice when Sheena caught the brunt of it, because it looked like she got folded up. So it looked like Chris Statlander put a lot of power into that. Granted, she probably was a little bit, tucked in a little bit, made it look a little bit different, but it still looked like it was a lot of power behind it from someone who was basically a powerhouse in this match.
I am going back into the chat real quick because let's see here. Hashtag Manscaped. Thank you, Sonny. Chris said Lawnmower 3.0 will make your balls as smooth as Conrad's dome. Listen, I'm not even going to comment on that. I can't. Let's see. Broken Rockstar says women's match was sloppy. Britt Baker looking stupid at the end. We'll get into the finish in 1 second. I'm sorry. Doug corrected us. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. She's a dentist, if you didn't know. Sonny Bimbo says he'll never eat boiled eggs again. I blame Sick for that. This is good. CJ rant on the Tower of Doom rant. What's going on, Jordan? Jordan, by the way, we said that you're if you were going to buy Derek's Join the Dark Order shirt or Join the Derek Order shirt, we said your vote would not count for that, by the way. Sick said that I like Shit Baker's aggression. I think he meant Brit, I hope. She keeps that up. I may begin to like her. I thought Brit was great tonight. She listen, when I say the word bitch, I mean this like respectfully. I want to make that clear every week when I say this about her. Britt Baker is playing the bitch so
bitch
well. So well, dude.
She is. Definitely no disrespect to Britt Baker, but she is definitely a bitch with this character, but it fits so well.
Right. People are dogging my dome saying it's looking extra shiny tonight. I guess I just glisten, bro. I don't know. I don't know what you want me to say. Yeah, this was something different here. You had some thoughts on Penelope in this match.
So, I think Penelope needs to take not some time off, but she needs to take some time to polish her move set. Because if she's gonna do like the handsprings off the ropes and all that kind of stuff, I think she's thinking about it way too much. So then when she does that, it clearly looks like she's like, all right, I gotta do this. Now I gotta do this.
See, as someone who's been watching for like over 30 years probably, with Penelope Ford, I think she's mistiming everything just by like a second, and it looks bad. It's not like this. It looks like a blown spot. It just looks awkward.
It does look awkward.
So I want her just to slow down, and you control the pace of the match. You don't have to worry about anyone else or doing anything else. Control the pace of the match, and you'll be able to. Robert, what are you doing trying to... what are you doing ruining my show, Rob?
There you go, Rob.
We don't send those types of messages during the show, Rob.
Yo, send them all.
Inappropriate. So, what the hell kind of questions am I getting here? Did you use the Lawnmower 3.0 on the dome? Which dome you talking about, Doug? Inappropriate, sir. Inappropriate. Penelope looks absolutely slick. I don't know what you mean by that, Connor. You're going to have to elaborate a little bit more. But in this match, though, I will say this, that Sheena ends up getting the win with a knee to the face on Penelope Ford. Dr. Britt Baker was on the outside, and I do like this new thing she's been doing ever since the bloody nose. Remember, the glove came out. She puts on the glove like the doctor's gloves and pops the bad boy into the mouth for the lockjaw, Rings of Saturn into the mandible claw. And I think it looks really good when she does it. And she looked like she was in rage because of what Chris Statlander did. Like, Chris Statlander pissed her off. It makes sense to me. Like, you're pissed. You're not paying attention to what's going on in the ring because you're so angry and upset that you're trying to take it out on her on the outside.
Right. And I got to say, in the beginning of the match, it looked like this was like an implication of a future tag team match between all four of them. Because you had Chris Statlander going after Penelope, and you had Sheena going after Britt Baker. So they were pretty much tag teaming each other halfway up until like halfway through the match. So I was thinking maybe a potential future match next week or something like that. Just to, get that out the way. But even though I like the fact that Sheena won, I feel like Sheena should not have won this match.
I'm happy with it. I'm not upset. I gotta see the story they're trying to tell here with all of this. Sheena gets the win, so it looks like Sheeta's gonna be #1 contender going forward when it comes to these matches here.
There's one of two things that can happen when it's time for that to happen. But we'll address that
later.
Yeah,
okay.
We'll address that later.
Afterwards here, we get some promo work here by Pineapple Pete. And if you guys don't know, Pineapple Pete is a wrestler named Suge D. It's pronounced Suge, like Suge Knight. I've seen people say Suge and all types of stuff on other podcasts. Suge D. Now, and it's Sugar Dunkerson. So, if you guys didn't know, this was a great promo, I thought, when he was talking about the inner circle and how he throws hands and everything else. He made you really want to believe in this guy. And I think Chris Jericho did a really good job getting him over in all of this. And,
I agree.
And we found out that it was announced for Double or Nothing. Sheeta will be facing off with Nyla Rose. Yeah, dude, this is what it's gonna be, right?
Yep. I like it. So I guess when you segue to that, I think two things need to happen, or one of two things need to happen, because Nyla Rose just got the title, so we really can't take that off of her. So Sheeta has to lose, but I feel like it has to be a loss due to Britt Baker's interference, because Nyla Rose, you can't put the belt on Nyla Rose and then take it off of her right away. It's got to stay.
Right.
I would love to see Sheeta win, but it's too soon. It's too soon.
Sheeta's the one who I really want to be the AEW Women's Champ. I don't know why. She's been my favorite since the beginning of seeing like the women's division.
She's been very consistent.
I like her, and I can't even think of my other girl's name now. The Genie chick. Somebody in the chat remind me of her name. It's gonna bug me now.
Damn it, I can never remember her name, and she's the reason why I like AEW. Damn it.
Now, no, you know what? Keep talking. I'm gonna look it up. But with this though, so would you be mad if Sheeta won?
Yes, I would be.
Why? Why so?
Because it's too soon. You just put the belt on Nyla Rose. You just put it on her. Hey, granted, we already lost the fact that Chris Statlander should have gotten the title, because I feel like Chris Statlander should have gotten the title, had her little run. Nyla Rose came back from her suspension or whatever it was.
Thank you, Rob. Yuka Sakazaki.
Yes. Statlander should have had the title. Nyla Rose should have taken it. Nyla goes on her little short stint. This time I would have made it a short run for her. Right now that she has the title, you can't make it a short run. If Chris Statlander had it first, and then you took it off of her to put it on Nyla gets a couple months.
Well, here's the weird thing. Casey's disagreeing right now. He says, nah, give it to Sheeta. He said, technically, Nyla's had it for a couple months, but hasn't been around due to all this crap.
So
that's
what I'm saying. You can't take it off of her.
But Casey brings up a good point, too, though. Why not? How
many times has she defended it, though?
It's not anyone's fault, though, that this never happened.
Right. It's not anyone's fault, but at the same time, you can't take something from her when it's nobody's fault that she hasn't had time to defend it.
I guess. I think they don't know who they want to build the division around either. Honestly.
If you're smart enough, you build it around Sheeta.
Let's see here. B-Boy Skyline. I saw some people bringing up Anna Jay. I like Anna Jay. She's not bad at all when it comes down to things. Yeah, Anna Jay definitely has a great future counter. I agree with that. Yeah, man. I can go either way on this. I'm happy with what Nyla Rose has done so far, but if Sheeta wins, I'm not going to complain. That's how I'm taking it right now. But we'll see what happens, though.
I would be 50-50 on it. I wouldn't be 100% on it.
Okay. All right.
Just because it's too early.
He might have to eat those words, folks, so remember this stuff. I want you guys to jump on to Derek when he says these things, and he's wrong. So let him have it. Let us get into the next match, which was Proud and Powerful versus Kenny Omega and Matt Hardy. This was a match.
It was.
This went a little bit longer than I thought it would.
I didn't think it was going to last that long either.
Yeah, they definitely had... Hold on. Rob had to put this in all caps, so I'll have to yell it for him. He said, every time we talk about the women's division, I will keep saying the same thing. Bring back Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter's doing her own things in Stardom. Hashtag check out my man JPQ, no particular angle. Hashtag watch Stardom. Sick said, because Nyla loses credibility as a champ if you take it off of her right now. Makes her look weak when she's supposed to look like a monster.
That's what I'm saying.
You could do long-term damage. Sick agrees with... listen, I'm not saying anybody's wrong in all of this, but I also see the same thing that Casey's saying, too. He said not everyone needs to have 6 to 7 month reigns.
No.
But the monster aspect, once it's lost, you can't really put that back in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, for everything that she's doing right now, you really can't take that off of her right now.
Did I just rebuild it around Sable? We're definitely going to the tag match. Proud and Powerful versus Kenny Omega and Matt Hardy here. Kenny Omega looked like he got a little update to his Tron, but during his entrance, P&P weren't playing. They went out to start whipping that ass, as I like to say. And they start jumping them, and during all of this, Matt Hardy comes out, and he is biting phalanges, folks. He was biting fingers. I don't know how Matt Hardy's gums were bleeding. I don't know if somebody's got gingivitis or somebody's ear was bleeding, but Matt Hardy's mouth has blood in it throughout the whole match. Kenny Omega takes a brunt of the beating in this.
Yes.
I think, and you know what? As he should. Matt Hardy he's still not mobile the way I like it. I think those TLC matches did a number on him, but I still have respect for Matt Hardy and what he did. And he went in this match. Like, he was like, I'm going to get up and do what I got to do.
He did. I wasn't expecting him to get as much airtime, not airtime, ring time as he did, but I appreciate the fact that he got that ring time.
And Sick brought up the same thing. I forgot all about that. When he bit Matt Hardy, the pyro went off every time. Remember the fire? Yeah. That was pretty funny. Yeah. Yes, I agree with that.
Damascus.
Let's see here. Connor says that Matt overshadowed Kenny tonight, but Sammy is definitely the MVP of 2020. Sammy's the MVP for getting hit by that damn go-kart, bro. Never again.
Yes.
Never again.
Spanish God.
Dude. Wild what happens here. So Matt Hardy ends up getting the hot tag in this match. He goes for the twist of fate. 1-2. Ortiz makes the save for Santana at a point in the match. They do a nice cutter. So how'd you feel about this, D? Like the roll up from behind by his tag partner into the cutter?
I actually like that. That was something different. Like at first I'm like, what the hell are you doing? And then when I seen it, I'm like, oh, okay, well that's different. I like that.
Yeah.
So when you do stuff like that shows great tag team tandem. That's all I ask when it comes to a tag team match. I want to see you click. If you don't click for me, I don't buy into it.
Right. So they end up hitting that cutter by Santana. They hit it on Omega. Twist of fate on Sammy with the neck brace on. I'm sorry, Sammy, for laughing at you, bro. That shit was just funny. Sammy eats the twist of fate. Matt and Kenny hit the... So Kenny hits the V trigger on Ortiz.
On top, as Ortiz is sitting on top of the ropes, then Matt comes in basically with the twist of fate. Boom, boom, boom for the pin. 1, 2, 3.
Now I'm gonna read. Casey has a comment here. Eye roll. A legit tag team that's been wrestling together for a long time loses to two big names slapped together because Kenny's partner has been out. He's not a fan of that. Chris Azuba said this was a pretty good match. Match was good though. I love PMP. I agree with Casey a little bit here. I thought this did hurt PMP, but I think things are just screwed up because Paige isn't there.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they just don't want them to get the title shot at this moment or what the issue is.
I think eventually they'll end up getting a title shot. I don't think it's too far away either. Honestly, I don't think it's too far away.
Title shot or a reign?
Title shot.
Okay. Title
reign might be somewhere down the line, but a title shot isn't too far off.
Yeah, I don't know. Kenny and Matt lost last week though to Jericho and Sammy. I don't know. It's weird. They lose to the team that was thrown together again, but then the tag team that's actually a team loses.
Right.
Casey brings up a good point. I will deal with that. Let's see here. Connor says, why is Hangman not there? I'm in Ireland, so I don't know the U.S. rules. Hangman is staying at home for his own protection, I assume. He has not been at any of the tapings yet, so... And I think him not being there keeps him special a little bit, too, because people want to see what he's going to do on Being the Elite and everything else. So he's still taking a role with things. He's just not there wrestling physically.
Yeah.
Elijah Washington, I like Kenny Omega as a wrestler, but he needs to work on in-ring psychology. That's his problem. Any issues with that for you, Derek?
I guess. I think for me the biggest issue is where he gets into that hype mode where he's like this. I'm like, wrestling logic. By the time that you actually think you're about to do something, I'm gonna smack the shit out of you.
I don't have an issue with Kenny Omega. I think some people do want Kenny to go back to his New Japan ways, and because over there he was a big star.
I mean, sometimes you can't go back to that though. Sometimes that may not allow that.
Yeah, but Kenny are. I'm laughing at what Casey said. I'm gonna get to your point, Casey. I'm gonna read it. Kenny Omega. I don't know. Some people just want to. Some people know he's capable of more, and they feel like he's holding back right now. But Kenny's in a weird position. When you're an EVP, you have to let other talent shine. Yeah. You can't just come out here and steal the show. But we've seen it, though. We've seen glimmers of it with Pac, I think. We had it with that Revolution tag match with the Bucks.
Yeah. I mean, it's like Cody doing the same thing. Cody can't just come out there like, all right, I'm running game like Triple H does.
Right. I get it. Let's see here. Jesus said, I hate the fact that Sammy G came out just to get his ass beat to help Proud and Powerful. They lose like the like why come out? You know how it goes. Chris Zuba, I don't know who this revolt is that you speak of. Wink face. Casey said all my points are good. Don't say that shit like it's surprising. Sorry, Casey. Let's see here. Six says he thinks Hangman Page is showing up at the pay-per-view to clear house and turn on the Elite. People need to quit crying about AEW Kenny Omega. Get over with it. Jesus just say get over it. Save the wrestling community. Stop being toxic. Yeah, people could do that as well, man. Wrestling community definitely needs to embrace each other more. I will say that. EDP 445. Let's see here. Nah, man, Jesus, Kenny's holding back, and true fans can tell. Six said. Yeah, maybe this is part of the storytelling too, though. With Paige, I don't know what the deal is with Kenny. A lot of things Kenny has touched have just made me wonder here. Derek started taking notes from this point on, so if there's any botches in here, I will make sure that you guys know. The leadership word of the day is deflection. So, Taz interview with Darby Allen. What happened with this, Derek?
Basically the same thing. You know, Taz pretty much apologized for trying to tell Darby Allen what to do. Darby Allen was like, "You don't know what I'm going through. Like, I'm not an amateur wrestler." Because basically, Taz was saying like, you went for the coffin drop, you went for the pin, and then Cody beat you with an amateur. I forgot what the tilt.
The tilt.
A tilt pin. And basically Darby Allen stood up in Taz's face like, I'm not an amateur wrestler. I know what the tilt pin is. And then walked out.
Okay. So they're having him deal with like an internal struggle right now with in his own mind that he beat himself, I guess.
Yeah, and I want to speculate and say Taz is kind of like poking the bear. Mm-hmm. Like he's basically saying like, you lost because you did this.
Yeah, you know, it's always funny. Those interviewers never take blame for why someone turned heel.
Right.
Dirty bastard. Dirty bastard.
Dirty bastard.
Chris D'Souza said, I hate Kenny Omega's jazz hands during his matches.
Yeah,
man, that was definitely a Cornetism. Because he always calls him Kenny Olivier. Taz apologizes for bringing it up, then brings it up again.
Yeah.
See, sick. Taz is really a heel, bro. We can't. Let's see here. Connor said, watch Darby use the Taz Mission or the Tazplex in his match next week. I haven't seen the Taz Mission in a while. The Tasha Hashmane! Joey Styles. Truly the Ace says, Dax Hardwood and Cash Wheeler, a.k.a. The Revolt. Ace, I was just being a smart guy before. I was being a smart ass. You know, Kevin, mother effer. Casey, leave Taz alone. Leave Taz alone. Right. I like Taz. Taz and his wild commentary. She got a tomato. Taz just talks random shit sometimes. Like, what are you talking about? But he's always sounding like he's having fun.
Yeah, basically.
Let's talk about Sheeta's interview. So, Sheeta's getting interviewed, and Nyla Rose comes out to interrupt. It's clear that she has something hidden behind her back. And she says, I have something you've been looking for. And she said, I got something for you. And it was your kendo stick, bitch. And beats her with the kendo stick.
See, this is why I say you can't take the belt off of Nyla right now.
Nyla Rose I just laughed at this. That's all I can say. I laughed at this matchup here. Dude, freaking wild that went on with this. I'm trying to see if we have notes on this. I guess we'll bring it up now. We find out later on that the matchup between Nyla Rose and Sheeta is going to be no count out, no DQ now. So this turns the tables a little bit.
Yes, this puts the ball in Sheeta's court pretty evenly, because now she's being able to fight fire with fire now instead of like trying to be a firefighter putting out the fire.
Sick said that was the funniest line of the night with Nyla Rose and Sheena. Listen, Sick, true story real quick. So we're sitting here watching it, and my wife was walking by when that line happened and just heard it and burst out laughing just randomly, like, ha! And just thought that shit was funny. Really funny. Derek, this is why we can't take the belt off Nyla for these amazing backstage segments. Oh boy. I'm kind of with Derek though too, as far as I want to see Nyla do more. Like, I feel like she never really got a chance to do enough. I feel the same way about Moxley too though in his tag run, his AEW Championship run. I feel like Moxley's title run has been stifled by not having enough competition, him having to do like matches without people in the building. Like it just kind of sucks for him a little bit right now.
Right, and it seems like he's not facing adversity right now. You know what I mean? Like,
right, and we can get into that once we get to the main event segment with him. But Moxley, I just think everybody's a little stifled right now. This thing's got everybody in a jacked up position, especially wrestling wise. They're just going to have to figure out what they're doing going forward because we don't know if events are going to be happening. I still got tickets for the AEW Rochester show in July. I don't know if that's even happening. Like, I'm starting to think, like, maybe I should get a refund.
Yeah.
Because I don't see it happening right now as far as that goes. We also find out some more matches were made for Double or Nothing. So now we've got Chris Statlander versus Britt Baker. I'm down with that.
Yeah, that I think that'll be, dare I say, a great match.
Don't use great. I'm looking at my grade scale when I think of this. Great is like A range.
I think this should be a great match for Britt Baker.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
much better wording.
We'll put it like that.
This is audio, bro. Words matter. Words matter.
That's true. That's true.
You may say we're about to see Austin and Stone Cold Classic.
Hey, you never
or I said Austin, Stone Cold. Austin and Bret the Hitman Hart.
You never know, bro.
They could. That's a good point.
You never know.
We also find out that for the buy-in, we are going to get the Best Friends versus Private Party. The Best Friends have been on a nice win streak. I feel kind of bad that they're on the buy-in. How does everyone else feel about that in the chat? Like,
I feel like they should have hit the main card with that.
Right?
Best Friends have definitely been on a roll a lot. So I feel like they're on the buy-in because they're going up against
Private Party. So you think Private Party is the reason why it's the buy?
I think so.
I think they wanted to make sure they had the two women's matches on it. I don't know. Who knows? I'm not even going to speculate on this.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I think they're both good tag team contenders, but I feel like it's a disadvantage because Private Party hasn't been able to wrestle lately.
They were on Dark yesterday, so they performed last week at some point to get this match done. Private Party looked good.
True, but I think it may also be that they're still trying to polish them.
Oh, Casey says Best Friends equals snooze. I have to disagree, my friend. Awful waffle. Awful waffle.
Great move, by the way.
It is. Does anybody know the movie, though? that was a reference to. Makes sense since it is a... what is this, number one contender match?
Yeah.
Okay. I can live with that. Dude, we got... we get back to the matches, I guess we'll say. We've got MJF versus Lee Johnson squash match. MJF was just here to destroy, rubbing in people's face that he was better than you, and you know it. Bump. He actually put his pinky ring out and snapped his fingers. And Wardlow, with a good long pause, like it was like the perfect amount of time for a long pause, puts the ring on his finger and he kisses it without taking his face away from the microphone. MJF is a G, man. I hate this dude so much that I just want to punch him myself. He does a great job getting the heat, man.
He does.
He won with the Fujiwara armbar, if anybody cares. Next up, we get to Chris Jericho versus Pineapple Pete. Oh, I'm sorry. And let me rewind that a little bit.
Replay.
That's for basketball. If you guys don't know, that was an insider joke. MJF, he wants to face Marco Stunt. Why y'all doing Marco like this every week? Right. I guess you know what? It doesn't matter. Whoever faces Marco will just say that. Why y'all doing Marco like this?
Yeah, you might as well have Marco run the fucking gauntlet.
The gauntlet's gonna be running him, bro. It's more like it. Dude, yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with this. MJF's probably gonna try to embarrass him to set up his match with Jungle Boy. I think these two are gonna tear the house down at Double or Nothing. I don't know why. So. I just really think we're gonna see what the future of AEW is looking like with that match.
You know what it is? MJF can sell his ass off when it comes to good moves being put on him. Mm-hmm. He sells them very well, and Jungle Boy he's got great offense. So I think these, not to say MJF doesn't, but I think that tandem of him selling and Jungle Boy's offense, I think that works pretty well and hand to hand.
Shout out to Sick in the chat, he knows. So yes, we're gonna have to see what happens. Poor Marco, man. He's just gonna face MJF next week. I know MJF's gonna try to embarrass the dude. Let's get to Chris Jericho versus Suge D, Pineapple Pete, Sugar Dunkerson, whatever you want to call this man. He's got too many names now. Pineapple Pete and him have been like exchanging words for the past couple weeks and stuff on his entrance. First, I want to address something Rob said to me. He said it in the Facebook group. Did you miss Jericho on commentary tonight? Because I will say this. I think JR was the best JR we've seen for AEW tonight.
Tonight, no, it didn't bother me that Jericho wasn't there.
Do you miss Jericho on commentary?
I do, though. I do. I think him, Tony Schiavone, and JR definitely should be commentary. Like, when he's ready to retire, I really feel like he should be on commentary. I think he holds it down real good.
I think he can do whatever he wants in the wrestling business when he's done. Dude, Chris Jericho gets into the ring with the man, Suge D. Suge D had some good offense in the beginning. I think Jericho did a good job putting him over, making sure that people know his name. The Pineapple Pete thing really worked, but Jericho hits the Judas effect in like mid-air on him.
Done.
1, 2, 3. Done like dinner. # Kid Cuisine, baby. He was done. Like one of those nasty ass brownies from the Kid Cuisine. Dude.
Cut my cube steak.
That's nasty, bro. It was really good, but after the match, there was a promo done. So Jericho was out there with all of the elite. Sammy in the neck brace trying to sing his theme. They brought a baseball bat to the ring because they're like degenerates. Can somebody just put the Inner Circle in a Warriors game for me? Like
Warriors.
The absolute like weirdest of weird crew. They're all sitting in there just ready to whoop ass, beat people down. Hager's in there. P&P's in there. And they come out and they want to talk shit about the Inner Circle. Jericho gets you hyped for it. And I thought they were going to say we're doing the Blood and Guts match at the pay-per-view. But
that's the name of the pay-per-view I was trying to think of.
It was just going to be a Dynamite special. Yeah. But they ended up holding off. And Jericho has challenged them to a Stadium Stampede match. It'll be the Inner Circle versus the Elite at Double or Nothing. I assume it's going to be the same teams from the Blood and Guts match, and they're just going to save that for once crowds are back.
Yeah. I think that'll be. I think that's going to be a dope match. Like if they let them do what they did for the street fight, I think that's going to be a real dope match. That may be a showstopper if they do it correctly.
Yeah, dude, this could be something really good. I feel like this is just going to be like an empty arena style match. They're just going to go all over the place. This should be a good brawl here. And he wants to know if they're going to accept. Well, here comes Vanguard 1. If you remember, he stole the Inner Circle baby shirt. And he still got it with him. That shirt was flapping hard, too. So those propellers must have been really powerful. Chris Jericho then says, you never answered my question about joining the Inner Circle, or you ignored me. And he said, I want you to meet Floyd. And we're like, Floyd, it's obviously the baseball bat. And Chris Jericho beats the shit out of Vanguard 1. Destroys the drone. And I saw a lot of people putting rest in peace to Vanguard 1 in the chat. People were really sad behind all of this. What a segment, man. Matt Hardy comes out trying to pick up the broken pieces.
He was heartbroken.
Excalibur said unconsolable. I was like, chill out, Excalibur, with that. Yeah. Yes. B-Boy Skyline said press F for respect to Vanguard 1. Seeing a lot of Rip Vanguard 1 in the chat right now. Casey is still bringing up that DQ because the OC took out the Busher. Knock it off, Casey. We've been over this. 6 says Pineapple Pete to Wrestling Groupie. You know why the ladies call me Pineapple Pete, right? Give him a Playboy gimmick and dude will go far in the business. Just saying.
He definitely would.
Yeah, I think he's capable of doing whatever he needs to. Jesus just wrote rest in peace Vanguard 1. Vanguard 1. Essence to go into a helicopter. Con money can do anything. Love it, Connor. Love it.
Can we address the fact of what is going on with the trunks and tights? Like, trunks and tights are beginning to not fit anymore.
Well, look, I don't know what the deal is with it, but I will say this: he's an indie wrestler.
Well, I'm not even talking about.
He's not paid. Who are you talking about? Wrestlers, period?
I'm just saying wrestlers, period.
Yeah, that's kind of different. They don't really have, like, the Rick Rude. Like, I don't ever remember, like, Rick Rude's tights rolling down or anything on them.
Right. Like, all you see is, like, I'm like, come on, dude. Like, I mean, it doesn't take me out of watching wrestling. It doesn't take me out of the match. It's just like...
Was it eyesore to you?
Yeah, it's just like, come on now.
This dude over here, Fashion Police, with Queen and JPQ, man. I'm gonna have to get you on the show, man. I'll put in a good word for you.
Hey.
Hashtag wrestling fashion. Yeah, dude. Good segment here. They run down everything for next week. Dude, at first, I'm not going to lie. Derek will tell you word for word. I heard Arn Anderson and Jake the Snake, and I looked up and saw the graphic, and I was like, are Arn Anderson and Jake the Snake wrestling next week? Because whoever takes the first bump is losing.
It's over. Honestly, I think it would be Jake, because we've already seen Arn down and roll out of it.
Nah, dude. Arn can only do the spine buster and roll out of it.
That's all it needs to be.
Dude, it might be a battle of the DDTs. Jake might be able to still slap that bitch on. He been doing DDP yoga, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, you straddled. Like he was.
He downward dogged that snake on her. He said Derek's over there sounding like Vince McMahon right now. Casey said good riddance, Vanguard 1. Casey, you're turning heel in the chat right now, man. Yeah. People... Broken Rockstar in here talking about some Dolph Ziggler tights. Hashtag Fashion Police. That's why the Derek order is always dressed so nice. Why do y'all feed into this? We need a professional show, damn it. I think the Stadium Stampede will go on during all of the pay-per-view and end in the ring as the main event. Interesting thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, we have Arn Anderson and Jake the Snake facing off for an interview next week. There's not going to be a match. No bumps. I pray no bumps from either of these two.
Oh God, I don't even know. I don't even think I'd be ready for that if that happened.
Orange Cassidy versus Ray Phoenix. This is the implications for that ladder match coming up. Bro, that ladder match looks fire. And I guess this is the perfect time to talk about this. The WWE shit right now. They stole Money in the Bank. I don't give a shit. All right? If they're going to do it better, let them. I don't care.
Right. It'll be left up to determine which one was better. Honestly, I mean, you look at Money in the Bank. If Money in the Bank was better, then you'll say Money in the Bank was better. If AEW's ladder match was better, you'll say that was better. It'll be up for debate. If you want to debate it, let's debate it. But we'll debate it at that time. And
I'm just going to steal a line from Brian Zane. Hi, Tiff. I see you in the chat, Queen of Indies. Everybody say hi to Tiff.
What's up, Tiff?
I'm going to steal a Brian Zane line right now. And I recently just started watching his videos, but I like this line. Like what you like. Don't be a dick. That's it. Respect what other people like. It's cool, man. I know a lot of people are using like AEW's ripping off WWE. Cool. Whatever. I think WWE can learn some things from AEW too on how to do these shows to make them feel more lively. I think AEW shows have felt better. Do I agree with the way they're doing it? Absolutely not. Honestly, if you had to ask me what company has handled this the best, I think it's New Japan and then Ring of Honor. As far as how to deal with all of this stuff that's been going on, I don't think any wrestling should be on right now. I don't think it's a necessity to have wrestling. I would rather have all this cleared up the fastest way possible than to have wrestling going on, but I get it. There's companies behind it, lots of money. I'm not going to get to the politics of things because it's not really, it may not be WWE or AEW's choice to run shows. They could, but they're going to lose a lot of money too. Right. There's a lot of things behind it, but I'll say that I think this ladder match has me sold. I'm looking really forward to that match right now. That's my match I'm most hyped for is that for Double or Nothing.
So how many entrants are there?
Right now we know
it's
about
4 right now, right?
Now you put me on the spot to try to remember everybody who's in it.
It's Orange Cassidy, Rey Fenix,
correct.
Darby Allen, and
who was the second person that they announced now?
Colt Cabana.
Boom, boom. Yes. But I think we're still going to see more names coming up for it.
Honestly, if you really would have just given me Darby Allen, Rey Fenix, and Orange Cassidy, I'd be good.
Do we see Pentagon or any of these other people pop up in this?
I say no.
I wouldn't be mad, man. Tiff says Double or Nothing is stacked.
It is stacked.
Yeah, and if you guys don't know, Tiff, Queen of the Indies in the chat, also runs the All Elite podcast on No Holds Barred Network. So if you guys want to check her review out on things too, she has a different view on things, but definitely well worth it. If you guys love hearing AEW talk, check her out. So the next match. Oh wait, we got one more thing to talk about. How the hell could I forget this? For the TNT Championship Match, the first inaugural champion will be presented to the belt by, can you give us that Vince McMahon right now? Can you get that out of you? Can you say his name?
Mike Tyson!
Mike Tyson is going to present it. Iron Mike Tyson, the dude who has been giving out hands. If you guys have been looking at him on Twitter, I would still not fight this dude.
What's going on, Cody?
Yo, disrespect, bro. Disrespect.
Love you, Mike.
Mike Tyson is a huge wrestling fan. He was involved at WrestleMania 14 in Boston with Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels match when he was in DX. Mike Tyson is
short.
He was one of the best entertainers, I would say, during my era as I like boxing too. In boxing, he's just an entertainer, man.
Yeah.
He's went on to do like parody stuff now mostly, but he's getting back into the ring supposedly. I heard Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, whatever it's called, offered him a lot of money to do a fight. So we'll see if he takes it.
I would not be doing that bare knuckles against that man.
Let me see here. Hope Wardlow gets a match at Double or Nothing. Casey says Wardlow versus Luchasaurus. Please, I am down with that, Casey.
Yeah, that would be a good match. That's pretty long overdue.
Tiff said Wardlow could be in the ladder match too. That wouldn't be bad either. Give Wardlow a shot at something.
Now that F10.
But she also said Kip Sabian could probably be in it as well. Because he could probably do a lot of things in there.
Well, that's true.
Sean Spears, she brought up. She threw out a bunch of names here. Robert said Kid F and Dynamite. Let's see here. Broken Rockstar said we're not going to see crowds till 2021. Maybe you could be right on that, Broken. I'm not even going to deny that.
Casey.
Connor. Why? Oh, because of you yelling?
No. Say it for Mike Tyson.
Terrible. Terrible. I think it was for Derek yelling. Don't you dare disrespect Mike Tyson.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
This is true. Jesus said F Mike Tyson. Just kidding. Say it to his face, Jesus. Connor says that Cody needs to win or he just looks like the guy that can't win the big one. But if Lance loses, he loses the monster factor, in my opinion.
Yeah. He'll definitely lose that. I don't know, dude. I mean, who else would you really put in this match?
What, for the TNT title?
No. For the
you're back on the ladder match.
I'm back on the ladder match.
I don't know, man. I'm going to wait. I want to see who else they put in there. I would love to see Pentagon, too. Dude, there's a lot of good people in this. And we don't know how the rules of this are going to work. Some people think it's going to be like the Battle Royal. You draw the cards and then you come out in a certain order.
Well, you know what? It might be that way because they did say, like, 2 wrestlers in the ring and then you go for 90 seconds, and then someone comes in each time. So I guess the Royal Rumble effect works.
Nah, Derek is right. You got to protect them lobes. Foolishness. I can't wait, man. I can't wait to see what happens with that ladder match.
But the TNT title, though. I mean,
I don't even want to get into that yet because I'm gonna save my predictions for the show. I'm sure you'll be in the chat that night.
Yeah,
maybe we'll even have you on if you got time.
Always, bro.
Remember this, folks. When I try and call him, he ain't there. Let us get into the main event of the evening: Brody Lee versus Christopher Daniels. I did not know Brody Lee stole the championship until today. I was like, the fuck?
This man was baffled. He was like, wait, Jon Moxley doesn't have the title? Where'd it go? Like, I think Brody Lee took it.
Brody Lee and his little minions took the belt. Derek wrote this down, and I want to give Derek full credit for this. And I agree. Daniels' best match, dude. Christopher Daniels. Yes. I don't give a shit how old he is. That is something to inspire to be. He crushed it in this.
You know what? I think this was the redemption match of his botch back in the earlier matches, where but they played it off well to make it seem like he was getting old, which he really is old. But at the same time,
why are you saying it like that? I mean. Why you disrespecting, bro?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
That's not gonna get you out of this.
I'm just saying, but he was on point. The Tope Suicida.
Who that was? Brody, Mr. Brody Lee did that, right, to the floor.
No. Christopher Daniels.
Oh yeah, he did that. Then he did the moonsault bounce off
the ropes, and then he did the over the rope spring into the
elbow drop.
Into the elbow drop.
Yeah, he did a lot of nice things in this match.
Even the moonsault. The moonsault was on point.
See, Six said he didn't know Brody Lee took the title either. Gotta focus on this. Mr. Brody Lee, if you please.
If you will, daddy.
Brody came out, though, and he was announced as the AEW champion here. Brody Lee hits the... do they have a name for the clothesline?
Discus Lariat.
Lariat. Yes. I just thought of a meme I saw earlier where it was like a regular looking dude says clothesline, then it was like, I think it was Winnie the Pooh, and then it was like Winnie the Pooh dressed up, he was like, a lariat. So, yeah, you know how it goes. This is going to be quite interesting at Double or Nothing. So, I guess they're going to have Brody Lee hang on to the title. It was announced next week, too, that... Preston Vance, or 10, I guess he's being called now in the Dark Order, is going to be facing off with Moxley. So
I think at this time, this is when Evil Uno and
Stu Grayson return. Yeah, they definitely need to figure out a way to get the advantage on this situation.
And if you really think about it, they are pretty close to being number one contenders for a tag team match too, because I don't think they've really lost at all. Like, they have lost, but they haven't lost a significant amount to not be considered.
I'm sorry, I should not read the chat while you're talking. I'll get to it in 1 second. Well, I'll read it now. Screw it. Connor said, do you think Mr. Brody Lee uses Manscaped? Don't forget, guys, 20% off. Use the promo code EPW Show for the Lawnmower 3.0. But he said, do you think he uses Manscaped? And Casey response was, at Connor, definitely. He can't be letting his crotch look like that face. I'm done. I'm done with this for tonight. The Moxley ends up coming out. Like I said, Moxley is missed when his entrance is through the crowd, but there's no crowd there to like hype him up and give him that little extra boost that they all need when it's the crowd. So Moxley comes out and he basically wrecks everybody. Like, I definitely saw one of the minions, or whatever you want to call them, get thrown over the guardrail, and I know his ankle landed hard on some like barrier that was right next to it. I was like, bro, you're gonna have to ice that ankle after that.
Yes.
But Moxley destroyed. He looked strong in this. I'm interested to see him and Brody Lee go at it. These are two dudes who wanted their freedom. We've seen what they could do in other companies against each other. I want to see what they could do here now.
I think
they've got freedom.
You have 3 potential matches of the night. You have this, the ladder match, and the Stadium Stampede.
Yeah, dude, this is gonna be great. I really think that these two are gonna show what they really always wanted to be able to do.
Yeah. Well, you may even have 4 with the women's title match.
Don't make him wet his whistle. Obi-Wan. You guys are tripping. Make your balls as smooth as Conrad's dome. You damn right, Chris. You damn right. Sean says he's right. Uno and Grayson haven't lost in 2020.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like they could definitely insert themselves like, no, we are the number 1 contenders at this point. We haven't lost.
Casey said that Mox looks like he's just hanging out in row 22J, sweeping the floor with his dirty ass jeans. You leave Moxley alone, damn it. He's the New Japan U.S. champ too.
Right.
Show some respect properly.
So I mean, you this Double or Nothing is shaping up to be an excellent pay-per-view.
Remember a couple weeks ago, I wasn't even sure if I was gonna buy it. I was like, dude, they're really not showing me anything, so why would I buy this?
Right. So now it's like, okay, you haven't really said anything about the ladder match, but just the 4 people that are in there now.
Right, they've sold me on that. Like, I think that's going to be excellent.
Yes.
And Tiff was in the chat before talking. She will have to pick between her 2 favorite tag teams. She's actually good friends with Private Party, and she is big time into the Best Friends. I can't wait to see who you pick on your podcast, Tiff. I will be tuning in for that.
I'm going with Best Friends.
For the dub?
Yeah.
I will agree, I think, with that. Six said Evil Uno hosted Mia Yim on Twitch the other day, and everyone was like, he wanted her to join the Dark Order. She joked around with it until one of her mods started. One of the mods snitched and said, I don't think you should be doing this. Interacting with people from the other company. So I'm with Sick. I won't repeat what he wrote down there. Double or Nothing next week. Jesus seems pumped for it. A lot of people are saying that the Revolt may be coming in.
Ooh, you do that? Double or Nothing?
Could happen. That's where Moxley came in last year. Remember?
Well, that's true.
Big poker chips, damn it.
That's true.
Kenny Omega got his ass whooped in that match. Kenny Omega actually needs some redemption against Moxley. Moxley's been beating his ass for a little bit, man. We got some really good stuff out of here. Let's see here. Connor Devlin says, why is the pay-per-view so expensive? Over in the U.S., it's only $20 here because we have more opportunity to see AEW than you guys, I think. It's easier for us to watch versus you via cable providers or whatever. $50 isn't bad, and I'm glad that they only have 4 pay-per-views, so that's reasonable. If they expanded to more, I would expect them to be cheaper.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with this for right now. This pay-per-view is where it's at right now. And I think WWE's jealous of the pay-per-view money that UFC and AEW and these guys are still getting because they're still on that old model. Yeah. But I still thought WWE Network, that's a steal, man, for $10. You can't really complain about that. That's right. A W.
Exactly.
FTR helps out the Inner Circle, Skyline says. Boo, Best Friends, of course they're going to win, but damn, their best part is OC, who isn't really part of them. Derek, since they keep teasing them on BTE, which makes sense. Yeah, man. Guys, we're going to come back, though, on Tuesday. Double or Nothing predictions. I got some guests planned to be on the show. I'm just trying to confirm with some names, people to make sure that they can be there. If not, be on the lookout for a tweet. Maybe I'll ask someone to be in there. Derek supposedly says he'll be there. I'll decide if we want to have him there. Derek's professionalism is at an all-time low with like 0 sometimes when it comes to this stuff. So you know how it goes.
I can't be professional.
Sean Harrington says Revolt should beat up both the Best Friends in the Private Party. They'd crash the buy-in. It could happen.
Yeah.
Could happen. FTR will come in at All In, Connor is predicting instead. That could happen too. Listen, there's a lot of things to be excited about with AEW. And I'll say this too as a parting way before we get out of here. If you guys like AEW somewhat whatsoever, Tony Khan just talked about them losing millions of dollars from the live gate audiences because they only perform once a week and the live gates really matter to them. So if they come to your town or an area near you, go see the event, man. It's one night.
Right.
Tickets aren't too bad for AEW events. I think it's worth it to just go out and just check them out. I still want to see my first event by them. Support AEW. Buy the pay-per-view. Don't stream it illegally. Even if you got to pony up with some friends, that's what we usually do. We all just get together, make a little party out of it. I know other people do the same thing that are in the chat. Do that. Support AEW. That's all I'm saying. So, like what you like, support it. That's it. That's all I got for tonight. Oh, man, the questions keep coming in so that we can't end it. That's my ball shaving night, but I get over with quicker now that I use my Manscaped. My man, Casey. That's what I like. Jesus said, yes, have Derek on it. Yeah, Vince is trying to get out of the streaming business now that he has real competition, Six says. Have you heard EC3 promos that he has posted? Yes, I have. EC3's promos are great. I think EC3 is also making his way to AEW.
Yeah.
I think he's coming with the Revolt as well. Yeah, let's see. Jesus said, shit, I'm still going to go in November, Conrad. Enjoy. Stay safe, guys. Lots of love from Ireland. Thank you so much. Queen of the Indies, appreciate you. Jesus, thank you guys so much. We're going to end this right here, but I appreciate everybody who jumped into the stream tonight. I appreciate everybody's support, and get hyped for Double or Nothing, guys. For myself, Conrad Cushman, Derek, and him doing this creepy-ass Derek Dark Order bullshit, we're out. Peace.